We got a lot of work to do, y'all. I'm tired of this complaining. I'm talking to my people right now. I wasn't even gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it. Black people, we gotta do better. We steady blaming, complaining, point fingers. That's all we do. That's all we do. Instead of coming up with a solution, we always want to blame somebody. We want to blame that we don't get the opportunities. We want to complain that the white man, systemic racism is holding us back. Then the black people who are getting it done and being successful, we want to point the fingers at them and tell them, but y'all ain't doing enough for black people. Y'all ain't no solutions. Just a victim mentality. You can't be great with the victim mentality. And we are back. And we're back with another episode of the Gentlemen's Department, the #1 men's podcast. How we doing? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me. What's good, y'all? Listen, we keeping this thing going. We keeping this up. We're not stopping. There is no stopping. We are going until we get to where we need to get to. And even when we get there, we're going to keep on going. What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me. What is going on? Listen, I want to thank everybody that's been tuning in, that's been sharing, reposting, doing all of that. Y'all been checking me. Y'all been showing love. Y'all been checking for me. Y'all been checking for me, and I appreciate that. We're not going to take too much time. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button because I don't want you missing anything. Anything at all. No. Let's get right into it. Today, I want to talk about just because you can doesn't mean you should. And why am I talking about that? Because I'm very disturbed right now because I see so many people doing whatever they want to do, but when they don't get the results that they want, they complain. They want to blame, they want to complain, they want to point the finger at everybody else except for themselves. No solution. When the only solution is if you look in the mirror or you point the finger at yourself. Accountability. But no. We don't listen. No. Accountability. No. If I put in a little bit of work, I should be able to be as great as the greats. Right? Wrong. How do you expect to be one of the best, one of the greats, one of the GOATs, and you put in the least amount of effort as possible? Nowhere near 1,000 hours, or let alone 10,000 hours. You tried it a couple times. You tried it for a couple weeks. No, that's not how this thing goes. This is continued effort. What do I see? Just because you've been cheating and scamming your way through life up to this point, that don't mean that you should continue that. Because at some point in time, you're going to run out of time. Your little luck is going to run out. And when it run out, what you going to be looking there doing? Looking dumb. Cheeks out. Holy. Come on. You do not want to be the one that's standing there looking crazy with your pants down. It made it this far. Shoot, if it. All right. And that's why you not ahead. That's why you still robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's why you still scrambling. It look, you portray as if you got it all together, but you know you don't. But if you stop the scams and actually become a legitimate asset to yourself, put in the effort, put in the time, put in the work, you wouldn't have to worry about all of that scamming and all of that fraud and all of that what you doing. Lying to this person to get this. Come on, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for real. We've been doing the same thing year after year, scraping, just getting by. Because we don't want to take the time to say, you know what, let's figure this out. This isn't going to happen overnight. All right, this is going to have a time frame. This might take a little bit longer than I expected. But having the mindset to say, you know what, I want a better outcome than I've been getting. So I can put in the work. Nobody wants to put in the work. The work takes too much effort, takes too much time. But if you want to be one of those ones, it's going to take you some time. It's going to take you some years. It's going to take some summers. You got to sit down. I'm not going to see you. That's just what it is. If you want to be one of those ones, sacrifice is key. Sacrifice is key. What else? Just because things aren't going your way, you just don't say F it, throw your hands up and just quit. Absolutely not. What are we doing, y'all? You've been calling yourself, I've been praying, I've been asking God for this, I've been asking God for that. But I've been working, I've been putting in, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Have you really? If we look back, if we look and see what your progress is right now, I can attest for myself, I need to do more work. One episode a week, maybe two. It's not enough. You can't complain about the outcomes you're not getting if you're not putting in the excess amount of work. You got to outwork everybody. You got to outwork yourself. You got to look back at yourself and look at like, whoa. I didn't even realize I just did 4 episodes, and I just edited all that content by myself, put it all out by myself. You gotta scare yourself. You gotta surprise yourself. You gotta wow yourself. Put that work in. You can't give up because you're not getting the outcomes that you want. You're not putting in the work that you want. This isn't an overnight thing. How many times do we have to continue to keep lying to ourselves and deceiving ourselves to think that, yo, if I drop this one content, it's gonna blow tomorrow. It could blow this week, it could blow today. The likelihood of that happening is very thin, y'all. That's why you have to continue to work. Create more content. Make yourself more visible. Make yourself more likable. Add more value. If looking good is your thing, look good. If smelling good is your thing, smell good. Creating content is something that I'm doing, along with looking good and smelling good. Adding value into your lives. So what do I have to do? I have to create more. I have to do more. I'm where I'm at because I put in the work last year. From August until now, I've been putting in the work. But I have to do more. If I want more, I have to do more. So we have to understand, if we want more, we have to do more. You can only get it. You can only get what you put in. If you put in little, you're going to get little. That's just how life is. What you put in is what you're going to be able to get out. It's just like the bank. If you put $100 in the bank, you can only take 100 out. What are we talking about? It's logical. It's just logical, y'all. It's just logical. We have to put in more if we want more of an outcome. Just what it is. There's no way around it. There's no cutting corners on that. What you want, the bigger the outcome, the bigger the effort, the bigger the time, the bigger the investment you have to put in. There's no way around it. There's no cutting corners. Yes, you can pay for information, which you have to. The higher up that you get, the more success you get, the more information that you're going to have to pay for to get expertise information. So you can not cut corners, but bypass mistakes that people have made that you don't necessarily have to make. If I don't have to lose $100,000 by paying someone $5,000 or $10,000 of that information, okay, I'll take that small loss to avoid losing $100,000. Wouldn't you? Come on, y'all. Come on. And this is the one that's holding so many of us back. Just because you put in work last week, does not mean you can say, hey, I'm smooth this week. I ain't gotta put no work in this week. I'll come back next week. Absolutely not. What we doing, y'all? We say we want to be great. We want to say we want to get to the next level. We say we want to be one of them ones. But look at us. We not putting in the effort. We taking too much time off. You want to do a little bit of something here last week. And this week you think you done enough so you can take a week off. We have not made it. What is your deal? But you're the first person to want to be complaining. How can I complain and I'm not putting in the work? I can't complain if I'm not putting in the work. There is no weeks off, week on, week off. You know how long it's going to take for you to get to that next level? You have to work every day. Every day. There's no making money in my sleep when you haven't made it yet. And even when you do make it, ask these multi-millionaires and these billionaires, what do? They work every day. What make you think you're not a multi-millionaire or a billionaire? Some of y'all might have some millions. Some of y'all might have a few deals on the table, but guess what? The ones that have those deals on the table, they working. Oh, they working. They got jobs. They working. Trust and believe they are working. If you don't work, you don't eat. It's simple logic, yo. It's simple logic. What did I say not too long ago? What you put in is what you're going to get out. You can't cut corners. You have to create a product. You have to create a brand that is valuable to the masses. If you want to be great, it might take you a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years to create that product that people are willing to stand by. But this is something that you have to work on. This is something that you can do a little bit of work here, take a week or two off and come back and do a little. No, you will never get to where you want to be. And I don't want to hear y'all talking about but what God has for me. The delusion is at an all-time high. What they call it? Delulu. Holy. All-time high. all-time high. The delusion is at an all-time high to think and really believe that if I don't put in max effort, I put in the least amount, the bare minimum, that I can get a larger outcome by putting the least amount of effort in. Only now in this generation do we think that way. Go back. Look at when our parents were coming up, our grandparents was coming up. They had to work hard in order for themselves to be able to set themselves up to be successful. They had to work for that. You know what we got to work for now? Getting up, getting on our phone, looking at people that's telling you that you can do it overnight. Lies, deceit, and y'all falling for it. Scrolling all day, all morning in the bed. About to be late for work, knowing you need that job, knowing you can't miss a paycheck. In the bed scrolling. Depression building, anxiety going crazy. Because you out here looking at people lying to you on social media, showing you what they want to show you. When you don't know a thing about business, you don't know a thing about putting in work, you think that this is all what they telling me, they showing me. They got the car, they got the crib, they got this, that, and the third. They got the jewelry. You know, niggas love jewelry, yo. Show them a little shine, they falling for you. They gonna do whatever you say. Give me $100, send it right now. Send in. I'm about to be negative $450. I'm about to be negative $450, but I'm gonna send it anyway. If you don't pay your bills, we got a lot of work to do, y'all. I'm tired of this complaining, and I'm talking to my people right now. I wasn't even gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it. Black people, sick of it. Black people, we gotta do better. I'm sick of it. We steady blaming, complaining, point fingers. That's all we do. That's all we do. Instead of coming up with a solution, we always want to blame somebody. We want to blame that we don't get the opportunities. We want to complain that the white man, systemic racism is holding us back. Then the black people who are getting it done and being successful, we want to point the fingers at them and tell them, but y'all ain't doing enough for black people. Y'all ain't no solutions. Just a victim mentality. Just a victim mentality. You can't be great with the victim mentality. When we gonna learn, y'all? When we gonna learn? When we gonna take responsibility, accountability for our actions, for what we haven't done, for what we're not adding value to? When are we gonna look ourselves in the mirror? When we gonna do like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror, look at the man in the mirror. When we gonna do that and make a change? When we gonna do that? Instead of blaming, complaining, point fingers at everybody else except ourselves. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. As we finish out this week, just think about that. Put in that extra work. If you laying here and you watching this, you're like, you know what? I can't get up. I can't go to the gym right now. I can't get up. I can't do some more work on my business right now. I can't get up. I can go get some OT because I know I need this bill paid and I do look. All right, let me get up. Let me put in more effort. Then do that. Let's do that, y'all. Listen, we're accountability partners. If I need to do it, I know you need to do it too. So let's be accountable. Let's win together. That sound good? Let's do it. Let's do it. Listen, I want to appreciate everybody that's been liking, sharing, subscribing, Yo, I appreciate all of the love, y'all. Let's keep it up. Listen, before we get up out of here, show me some love. Show some love. Hit that like button. Smash that like button right now. Smash that like button. Share this, subscribe, hit that notification button. Stay tuned because we got more things coming. We got more things in the works. And you already know. Come on, gentlemen. It's time. Now go be great.